Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Doise, and I'm in an echoey room because we're doing kind of an unboxing, but kind of not. We have some new devices here, but I want to introduce our crowd. That we have a kind of a crowd today, four people. I can't count, or I can only count to four, as the parody says. Anyway, with me I have Taylor Arndt. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Michael. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be an awesome show.
Yeah, we got a surprise to let people know in a little bit.
Oh yeah, we do. That's right. I can't remember. Like my memory is as good as Michael can count.
Your memory is about as good as an AI after losing the last conversation.
That's exactly right.
All right. We also
So
have Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, everybody.
And we also have a newcomer to the iACast network, Jay. Hi, Jay. How are you doing?
no bad, thanks. It's very late over here, so I might not be here for the whole lot. It's currently 20 to 3.
Well, we're glad you're here. We have
Thanks.
some cool stuff to talk about. We It's been the week of AI over here.
Oh my gosh.
And I bought some new toys, and they didn't come the same day. I was going to unbox the same day, but they didn't come the same day, so I went ahead and unboxed them because I couldn't wait.
No, and I just wish that shipping carriers would actually align the stuff so the devices would come the same day. Come on.
Well, one of the devices that I have, um, I ordered it at the beginning of May, and it finally got here. And then the device that I ordered last got here before the one I ordered in May.
Yeah, that's crazy. It felt like one of the devices was hopping around Austin, literally.
Yes,
literally.
it is the Rabbit R1 in the case, in the cassette tape case that I call it. Like a plastic case that has a hinge. And I'm not going to take them out of the cases just yet. The next one that I got is, and I'm not going to take it out of the case either just yet, the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and I'm excited about them both.
Oh yes.
We've already done a lot of work with these. Although one of them during the presentation, I have to restart because Taylor broke it.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Huh?
You
Oh
broke it.
yes, I did. I remember we were on Discord and I totally broke it. So
Yeah, you did. I asked the device, what did it think Taylor's age was, and it wouldn't answer after that. It just stopped.
Maybe it just doesn't like me or something, which is totally plausible.
So, which device are you all excited about the most? The Meta Ray-Bans or the Rabbit R1J?
I think for me, I'm excited about the Ray-Bans. I think for me, I'd always promised myself a pair of Ray-Bans if I ever became successful.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't, but it would still be nice to do so. And then I'd have Ray-Bans, to kind of look good. But if they're smart glasses as well, I do quite like it. I do, and I quite like the fact that they will work with AirPods.
Yes, they will, and we'll get into that later. Lauren, what about you? What is your favorite so far?
I'm rooting for the rabbit, but
Really?
we'll see.
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
why not? I mean, just shake it up a little bit. Why not? I mean,
Root for the
Ray-Bans.
underdog,
I
Yeah,
quite like it. I quite
the
like
Ray-Bans are, yeah, I
They're a
like
known
them.
quantity for you.
Yeah.
Taylor, what about you?
I will say the Meta Ray-Bans. I mean, this evening, I won't spoil the tea, or spoil the whatever beans. I don't know whatever heck you call it. Words are as
Spill
hard
the
as my
beans.
memory. Right, whatever. Okay, but the Meta Ray-Bans were phenomenal this evening when Michael and I went out to dinner.
I wore them to dinner, and I'll get into those. So let's start with the underdog here. I'm going to take it out of its case. I call it the cassette case because it opens up. You have this little part that flips back, and then you pull the rabbit out of the case like that. The website for the rabbit is called the Rabbit Hole. I'm not kidding.
You're serious?
I am serious. And you do a lot of your management from the Rabbit Hole.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, it does tell you you must use this from a desktop to do a lot of the connections. You can connect your music service and other services to the Rabbit, but there's one downside.
Oh no, what is it?
There is no accessibility settings at all in this device.
Come on, right? If it's an Android backend, why?
It is
don't
an
we have
Android
talkback?
backend.
Is it
That
that
is
hard, people?
most unfortunate.
I know.
That really is. I hope it's
So-
I hope it's something you'd see in an update.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Hopefully.
front of the device, we have the screen. It is a touch screen for entering text only.
Really?
For entering text only, yes. On the side, we have a little scroll wheel that you can move. Now, the weirdest thing is the camera's at the top right corner and on the back, left corner on the back, if you have it pointed that way.
That's quite odd.
And when you start up the device, it blinks at you.
Oh,
The camera turns, looks at you, and then turns away again.
how
Are you able
rude.
to show it or no?
I will show the camera whenever the screen comes on. So I can't show it winking, but it's trippy.
How weird.
So I'm going to turn it on. So as you can see, it shows a little boxy rabbit with the ears kind of moving around. And if you hold down the button, it turns into voice mode. So let's do that. What's the weather today?
Checking today's weather forecast for you. The weather in Austin, TX today is clear with periodic clouds, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and 10% precipitation.
Now, the voice is fairly clear. There's a speaker here on the back. Feels like a pretty big speaker for the terrible audio quality you get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my iPhone sounds better and the speaker is exponentially smaller.
Right. Now I'm going to turn on the camera by pressing the side button. There's a side button on here. I'll press it twice. And that enables the camera. Now, if you notice, now at the top left of the device, if you're looking at the back, there's a little bitty dot. Can you guys on video see that?
Yeah, I think I saw it actually winking. It opens and closes twice, does it?
So I didn't want to take a picture,
Oops, well, I guess we did.
Oh, well, smell your
I
own
don't know
candid
all
camera.
the gestures for this thing.
It looks like a little square with a dot in the middle.
Yep.
And if you want to ask a question, you hold down the button, you say, what do you see in the background of this picture?
Taking a look now. I see a wall in the background that appears to be a light yellow or cream color.
So it does describe things. It will describe what it sees. And then I could take the scroll wheel and scroll it, and it will then show the camera. So if you watch the camera, you could see it turning as I'm turning this scroll wheel.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Isn't it? And it's
kinda
all,
odd.
it has an enclosure here, and it is a motor. You can hear the motor turning in there.
Wow.
Now, the rabbit will answer questions about people. So I can look at Taylor
Hopefully you don't break it again.
and I can say, describe the person that is sitting next to me.
Let me take a look. I will do my best to describe what I observe in the image without identifying any individuals. The image shows a person sitting at a desk or table with their face partially visible. They appear to be focused on something in front of them, perhaps using a laptop or other device. The person has dark hair and is wearing a white top with a pattern on it. That is the main information I can provide about what is shown in the image without identifying the individual.
So that is pretty verbose.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing about the rabbit that I will say that I am not a fan of is this device called me love.
Yeah.
That and it can be quite snarky.
Yes, it can be snarky.
Yeah.
For
expect
example,
that.
I asked it the weather, and it says, "Let me get the weather for you, love." I
See, now,
don't feel like that's completely appropriate.
no. No, you wouldn't accept that from a real life person,
No.
and I mean, I'd kind of expect that if the device had a Northern English voice. It's like, let me get the weather for you, Chuck.
Yeah.
So if you press the button twice, it's supposed to go back to the home screen. So it brings you back to the time and battery percentage. There's not much to it. You could ask the voice to open settings. I can also ask it question. I can have it play music if I had those things set up. And the interesting thing about this device, on the other side, there is a spot for a USB charger and a SIM card, so it could always be on the internet.
Is it USB-C?
Yes, it is USB-C.
Okay.
The drawback of this device, though, is, for one thing, it's incredibly neon orange. Everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's very shiny.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that. I actually do. I think it's a neat looking device. I will probably carry it with me.
Plus, you will never lose it. Well, now that I say that, it's going to happen.
Right.
But,
Mm.
you
The
know.
battery is only going to last 2 to 4 hours. It does have dual microphones. It has a mic array at the top, but it also has a SIM slot on the side. So you can connect a carrier to it.
Any carrier?
Well, whichever ones support it. I do not know which ones do. I would suggest having some kind of case for it. I'm using its cassette case. I'm just going to keep calling it that, just because it's like putting a tape in a cassette case.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like a recycled plastic cassette case, honestly.
Interesting.
And there's a label on the part, on the plastic part, that
Yep.
is, so it actually looks like a single.
It does, and I think that's so that you can quickly scan and get set up on their website. Now, the drawback is I don't fully understand how to get to their website. I go to rabbit.tech and I don't know where to go to sign in.
Oh, lovely.
It's not straightforward. It's got some neat features. Like it will be snarky, it will do the weather, it will play music, it will do all that stuff. There is no speech. The one thing I will say, though, is the text is rather large. So if you're low vision, you're going to be able to read most of what's on that screen. It's also high contrast. So that's a good thing as well. Again, the battery is not the best. You're going to get 2 to 4 hours out of it before you have to charge it up. It does charge pretty quick, so that's good. But that is the R1. The next thing that we're going to show off today are my favorites, the Meta Ray-Bans. And already it looks like a glasses case. It looks like a glasses case. What else can it be? Just some glasses.
Yeah, a pair of sunnies.
But the first indication that it's different is up front. You guys on video, can y'all see what's up front?
Yep, USB Type-C port.
USB-C port right on front. And there's one more thing. I'm going to open these. The latch lights up.
I thought that was a trick of the light.
Yeah, me too. That's really cool.
I guess it is.
Yeah, I guess it is. And they're in here just like sunglasses. And they actually are a little bit difficult to pull out of here.
Oh, wow, I heard that. Is it leather?
It is a leather case,
Yep.
yeah.
That looks nice.
I'm going to put these down and let people look in it. It looks like regular glasses cases, but there's just a little bit more. There's a battery in here. This case actually has a battery, so it will charge your glasses a certain number of times. Think of it as like an AirPods case, but for glasses.
Very
I was
neat.
thinking that it's exactly like an AirPods case.
And this is them folded up. They're very small, very compact.
What color did you get? Is it gray? Is it
These are
Brown?
black, matte black.
Okay.
And see,
What colors can you get them in?
There's like a jeans color. There's a matte black, shiny black. I kind of would have loved the shiny black, but they just don't have them in stock right
It
now.
looks
that's
nice
nice.
though, the matte black.
Speaking of color, can I go back to the rabbit? We were talking about this actually before we got into the podcast. Yeah, I mean neon orange. I kind of love it, and I was saying I'd riff about this on podcast. I mean, if they do it in it kind of looks incredibly 90s neon colored thing in a cassette case, kind of a callback to the 90s. Can we get it in translucent plastic?
That would be neat.
That would be very cool.
They kind of remind me of the iMac. Like they were all translucent back in the 90s. It was colored translucent.
There was a lot of things that were. You got controllers for your console. I mean, I've got a teal Nintendo 64, ice blue, which is all
neat.
translucent. Game Boys. You were talking about how it reminded you of a Game Boy Advance. Now, I don't ever remember seeing any neon colored Game Boy Advances, but Game Boy Colors.
I had a very blue Game Boy Advance.
Oh, was this the SP?
Yes.
Ah, right. Okay, because I had the blue. I had a couple actually, because I had a royal blue one and a pale blue one.
We have the glasses here. I have not shown the lenses or anything just yet, but the arms are very small. The right arm has a touch sensitive area, so you could swipe on it to raise and lower volume, tap to play and pause, and there's a capture button to take a picture or record a 3-minute video.
It's surprising because they're so thin. You wouldn't think there would be like a touch sensor anywhere.
Right. And these are the glasses.
Kind of look like the two Ronnie's glasses, actually.
But I got the transitions lenses, so they're not sunglasses, but they cut down on glare when you're outside. I walked outside with these. My eyes did not get tired in the heat, in the sun.
Oh my goodness.
Can you change the lenses out if you had a prescription?
I do not believe you could change the lenses out.
Okay.
So missing a trick.
Here's me with these on.
They actually suit you.
And I put them on and they made a tone to let me know they're on. I could tap the side of the glasses to play or pause my audiobook that I was listening to. And I could quickly snap a photo by just pressing this button up here. Boom, done.
So how heavy are they compared to a normal pair of
They're
Wayfarers?
no different. There's
Really?
no difference at all.
That's awesome.
And I do think I look good in them.
You do. They look good.
Yeah, I think I look pretty cool with them on. And we got the glasses are related to a surprise later. But here's how easy they are to use. And I don't know if this will come through. Let me volume it up. Hey, Meta, what's the battery? 100%. Did y'all hear that?
Didn't go through very well.
I kind of heard 100%.
A little bit.
Yeah, said battery 100%. And interestingly, there's a difference between an on-device voice. Did you catch that, Taylor?
Actually, I did not. No, because it's kind of hard to hear even if I'm next to you.
So it said battery 100%, but it said it in a very monotone voice. And so I think there's on-device voice and AI-generated voice.
Interesting.
So I'm going to try it again. Hey, Meta, what's the battery?
Battery 100%.
Okay.
Actually, sounded a bit British.
No,
it's not. It's not. They do have other language voices, though. So now you'll hear the AI voice. Hey, Meta, what is the weather in Austin tomorrow?
Tomorrow, July 3rd, it will be mostly sunny in Austin, with a high of 100 and a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Did that come through?
Yeah.
A lot more expressive. And yes, I can definitely tell that's American.
Yeah, so that's the difference between the two voices.
Michael, which side is the speaker on, or both?
It's on both.
So is that bone conduction?
No, it's downward directional. It's very cool. I mean, I can see through these the same as if I don't have glasses on, which is nice. And then I could say, and this always messes with me.
Oh, yes, it does.
I can say, I'm going to zoom my magnification out here. Hey, Meta, look and tell me what's on my iPad screen.
Your iPad screen is black, with a small video chat window in the center.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says black with a small video chat in the center. Now, because I took a picture and it told me what was in the picture, I can now ask questions about that picture. Check this out. Hey, Meta, what does it look like in the window at the bottom right of the screen?
It appears to be a video chat window with 2 people in it.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It appears to be a video chat window with 2 people in it. Now, that's neat. It will not describe people. Hey, let's see if I can get it to fool it to do it. Hey, Meta, describe the people in that window.
I can't help with
Oh.
requests to identify.
Ah.
It will not help with that or give health and safety tips,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a shame.
But then we had Gemini telling people to eat rocks.
Yes, but
Yes.
at the same time, Gemini is not basing that on factual data. This is based on images and things that are generated or not generated, but sent to the AI.
And there needs to be a balance between.
Yeah, there
Gemini
needs
and-
to be a balance there.
Yeah.
We also were able to ask Meta, different questions, and it gave answers. So, for example, hey Meta, who is Taylor Arndt?
I couldn't find any specific information.
Use
on
your
Taylor.
search.
However,
I didn't get it. Hey Meta, who is Taylor Arndt?
Taylor Arndt is a web accessibility expert who consults with organizations and builds websites. She is blind and uses a screen reader, giving her a unique perspective on accessibility challenges.
That was actually way more verbose than the other one.
Yes, it was.
That was awesome.
I wonder.
So it doesn't get everybody. Like we asked
No.
Jeff Bishop, Lauren Bradford, it didn't get everybody, but it got Taylor. It does not get me. Now, let's do the same because we have not asked the rabbit yet. Let's open the cassette tape. I like opening that case because it's kind of fun. Kind of reminds me of
big old
like
rabbit.
Okay, let's turn it on. Who is Taylor Arndt?
Searching for information on Taylor Arndt. Taylor Arndt lives in Austin, Texas, and has multiple pursuits.
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Is this a dating profile or a professional profile?
But also what pursuits?
Yeah. What I'm really curious now.
Can you give me more information about Taylor Arndt?
Give me a moment to look that up for you.
Next time, try not make it a
Arndt is
bumble.
a versatile virtual assistant in
Oh,
Austin,
guys, look at
Texas,
that. So-
specializing in small service-based businesses and freelancers.
So it sounds like it's just looking up information. Oh, and it pulled up a picture of Taylor from the internet.
Oh, creepy. Where is that from?
It's your typical profile picture.
Oh
You're
my
fine.
Wow.
Nothing crazy.
Okay, but yeah, some of the information's out of date, but okay.
It's an older picture. But
I wonder if
I mean, that's pretty neat. So, I mean, both of these devices have their uses, but I really feel like for if you're a blind user, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. The Meta Ray-Bans are going to be, the way to go. The other thing is the Ray-Bans have a camera here and a camera here. And my book started playing because I tapped the side of the glasses. So there's 2 cameras, one on each side. Rabbit, 1. That rotates and winks at you. It's kind of creepy.
Oh.
So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, I feel like the meta glasses are the most useful because
Yeah.
of what they can do. You also use the Meta View app with the glasses, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to take the rabbit out and just. What does that sign say?
And yes, you can
Right.
do.
And I walked right next to the restaurant where we were going and asked the Meta glasses, what business is this? And it told us.
That's very cool.
I asked it, okay, here was the coolest thing. So our apartment complex is so big because it has stores and things like that. It has a directory. And we walked up to the directory and said, tell us what businesses are here in this area. And it read them all out to us. So you don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to like get close or back up. You just walk up to it like you're a regular person looking at the directory. And you just ask it a question.
Michael, I think you should ask it like the question that we did before, like what can you see around me? Something like have it look.
Hey Meta,
Hmm?
look and tell me what you see around me.
I see a TV, laptop, and speakers in what appears to be a living room.
I see a laptop, a TV, laptop, and speakers in what appears to be a living room. And it's accurate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Hey Meta, what is the brand of the TV?
The TV brand is not clearly visible.
TV brand is not clearly visible. I can understand that.
Yeah, and the one thing to keep in mind is when you're taking a picture, you have to say, look, or
Yeah, but if you don't, so after you take the picture, if you don't say look, it continues your conversation based on the last picture you took.
right.
So, hey Meta, what kind of speakers are in that room?
The speakers appear to be a pair of Apple HomePod.
Oh,
What did it say?
wow.
What did it say?
The speakers appear to be a pair of Apple HomePods.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
cool.
And
Hey,
it
Meta,
did actually
look
say
and
that.
tell me what printer that is.
There is no printer visible.
There's no printer visible. Yeah, there is. There's just stuff on top of it. Oh, hey, Meta, look and describe the rug that's on the floor.
The rug is a gray and white patterned carpet with black accents.
Yes.
What did it say? I couldn't hear it. I'm
The
sorry.
rug is a gray and white patterned carpet on the floor with black accents.
Very neat.
Hey, Meta, can you describe the patterns in the rug?
The rug has abstract, splatter-like pattern with shades of gray and white.
The rug has abstract splatter-like patterns of gray and white.
How accurate do you think that is?
It's pretty accurate. I think there might be some blue in there too, but I think with the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Meta, look and tell me what tablet is in front of me.
It appears to be a laptop computer.
I would be
Well,
really curious to have it sit, like locate a cup, for example. Like, tell me where my drink is.
I
My
don't know if it
soda
will
or
tell you where it is, but it will tell you, it will read a bottle, but you better have the label directly
yeah.
in front of you, or else it will read the wrong thing.
We even
Can it-
asked it like, oh, sorry, Lauren.
Can it scan a barcode?
It cannot
I
scan
wonder-
QR or barcodes. Although it was funny because I was at the bar and I asked it to scan this QR code, and it took a picture and it said, I can't scan QR codes yet. However, you can use your smartphone to scan the QR code to read the Brass Tap Bars menu. I'm like, okay, that's cool that you knew what restaurant it is based on the context around the code. I will give you that. That was cool. The other thing that I like about these, I'm wearing you can wear them out everywhere, but the case is also the charger. So you'll never run out of battery during the day as long as you put them back in their case when you're not using them. Like when we fly on Saturday, right? I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to wear them to the airport. When I get to the gate, I'll put them in their case and put them back in my backpack. Then I'll take them out and use them again when I need them and put them back up.
Well, actually, Michael, I may keep mine because I'm getting some too. Maybe.
That was the surprise.
Oh, I'm a surprise crusher. I'm so sorry.
Taylor is getting her own glasses tomorrow for her birthday.
It's your birthday?
Happy birthday!
Wow.
Well, her birthday's next month, but
next month.
This month. I still think it was June.
Fail.
So I got Taylor some glasses for her birthday.
Oh crap! I'm sorry.
That's fantastic.
So she is getting the same as what I have, but the regular size.
Right.
They do not have. I did not see any transitions lenses in the Skylar variety, which is the round ones. But I think Taylor will look okay with these.
What I was going to say before I crushed the surprise was that I actually may keep mine on for the duration of my time in the airport. The reason is if I need to find the counter or something, I can be like, hey, M word, where is the counter or something like that? Or is there a counter nearby? I like to find the gate agent if I need to.
The other thing that's really neat is like, okay, just say you're just sitting somewhere and you just have a random question. You don't need to pull out your phone to do a Google search. You don't need to go and, find, like your computer. I just was sitting at the bar and was like, I wonder what airlines fly into Austin. And I just said, hey, M word, what airlines fly into Austin? And it does, and it looked up the information. But say you want more detailed, specific web search, you can do that. You could say, hey, M word, search for how I should do so and so, or search for how to, whatever, or search for information on Techopolis Online Solutions, search for information on the iACast. And if you add that search for keyword at the beginning of your prompt, it really increases the usability of the glasses. And I have one more thing I'll add, but Lauren, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it'd be really, really neat to have eventually have have the ability to locate objects, like I said, a cup or a counter or different things to where I can say, hey, locate this, and then it can have an audio cue that will show me where that item is based on my position in space.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I was able to ask it, like, are there any chairs or benches nearby? Because, like, at convention, if I want to find a place to sit, it was able to do that. It didn't tell me where they were, but at least they told me it was nearby.
Now, something Lauren mentioned earlier that I'm really impressed by this is if you're wearing AirPods and I tap the side of the glasses to play audio, it sends the audio through my AirPods and not the glasses. Now, to me, that is so cool. One drawback is if you're in a phone call or if you're on Discord and you have audio coming through your AirPods or the glasses, it will not, the microphones do not work.
Now, having that being said, could I use Discord on my computer and that will still work, right?
Yes. Now, another thing you can do is if you want to silence Discord, you can set up a shortcut to like triple tap the side of the glasses, and that will force Meta AI. The other neat thing is you can set these up to work with Apple Music. So you can use a gesture and it will say playing your station, and it will play your Apple Music station on the glasses. And they're not bad. It's about the quality of Aftershocks music playback.
That's not terrible.
Now, would I be able to get those to pick up WSM, the country station?
I don't.
If there's an app, you can make that work. But you cannot make it work if you're just using the Meta View app.
Right.
The other disadvantage, unfortunately, is it is in beta, but the AI features are not available officially in other countries.
Really? I did not know this.
Like, I know Steven Scott had it for a little while, and then he just got bumped off.
Oh, that stinks.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like okay, being able to make WhatsApp calls with these, great. That's cool. Being able to take video and post to Instagram and all that, that's cool. But
But
Meta
without the
AI,
AI features,
yeah,
is it worth it?
It's not worth the money without the AI features. So be very cognizant of when you order these, what features they have. And again, the two big problems that I have with these is no descriptions of people.
That's
and no health and safety information. If I want to do a web search, or if I want to get information, and I understand that it can provide hallucinated data, then that is my choice, not Meta's.
I feel like it should have a disclaimer that says, "Hey, this information may be wrong. Do you understand that?"
Well, I mean, you saw how many times the rabbit said it. Like, I'm describing this image the best I can. But again, same with Google. We have a term in computers called garbage in, garbage out. If you put incomplete information in, you'll get incomplete data. And that's the same with Google. The more specific you are, the better results you'll get. Same with Gemini, same with Meta, same with the ChatGPT, same with the Rabbit R1. Now, I think personally the glasses are my favorite. They are, I mean, they have their limitations, but believe it or not, these glasses are, they say they're smart glasses. They are not smart glasses. They are very stupid glasses. What is smart is your phone, and these glasses speak to your phone. So here's another up and down. The glasses always have a connection as long as your phone has a connection.
Got it.
So if you're wearing your glasses and your phone has an internet connection, your glasses are going to just work. The Rabbit R1,
nope.
If there's not Wi-Fi or you don't have a SIM card in here, it's a paperweight. Okay, you could take pictures on it. Why? Why would you do that?
Why would you spend $200 on a meh photo camera?
Exactly. So you get a better deal with the glasses. You could take them off. They're very portable. They're easy to deal with. So again, you're getting a good deal with these. And again, I would recommend a lot of people, if you're low vision, don't get the sunglasses. I mean, if you can afford 2 or 3 pairs, get the transitions and get some sunglasses. Great. Good for you. That's like $600. $700. The transitions lenses are a bit more. They're $379 US. But they're so worth it because you can walk around and just live life with these on. It's not going to blur your vision. You can wear them as long as you want. You can make WhatsApp calls with them. You can even share, which is really neat. You can use the glass. Like, I took a picture and I shared it to somebody, and I could share it to Instagram, WhatsApp, all within the Meta View app. I didn't have to go out to those other apps, and it just works. It's a very seamless process if you're in the Meta universe. So keep that in mind. I mean, yes, it's Meta, and yes, you are training the giant AI super brain that Meta is creating. but we're doing that anyway. It's happening.
Yeah, there's really no avoiding it. And Michael was talking about earlier, let's say I'm in the mall. This has happened many times. And I'm, trying to find Michael. I could literally call Michael on WhatsApp and he could see where I'm at.
Yes.
That's
So
neat.
somebody can see through the view of your glasses.
I mean, gosh, like, unfortunately, Apple Find My does not work in malls. This is going to be the way Michael and I can find each other.
Here's another thing that people haven't thought of.
Oh?
Think about accessibility.
Yes.
Think about you're looking at a computer screen and you cannot find a button that's not labeled.
Yeah.
Or you don't know what that label is. First, you can ask Meta AI, and then you could do phone a friend, basically. And here's the thing. These max out at $400 US. They're not any more expensive than that. When you go with, Celeste and Vision glasses, or Cam, any of the others, you're either looking at a subscription price or you're looking at something more expensive than that, $400.
Yep. I mean, I'd rather pay $400 than $3,000.
And I'll tell you what else I did today. I'm a huge fan of Marvel Comics. I was reading a Fantastic Four 1960s comic book with my glasses.
You were running so fast. Like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? You were running so fast, faster than I've ever seen you running.
Everybody thought something was wrong because I was like, oh my God, I have this idea. So I got out my iPad, I got out my phone, and started taking pictures. Now, assuming this works, I have not tested. I don't have a paperback or a regular book. You can buy books and keep them on a bookshelf with this. Here's the problem. With comic books, you have text that kind of overlaps, goes over each other, and different things like that. So traditional OCR cannot do that, can't read it. But with generative AI, it looks at it and figures out what the context and the meaning is supposed to be while OCRing the text. And then it will just read it, and you have the opportunity to then enjoy the photography and the art style of the comic book page or the book without your eyes getting tired.
I love that. I used to be able to read the Beano. When I was 10 years old, I used to go pick it up at the Newsies, and at the shoppy, I used to bring it home. I used to sit and read it. I don't think my site would let me do that anymore if I was reading a British kids comic book. But so if I wanted to read Dennis the Menace,
you could do that. You could use the I was gonna say Vision Pro.
Good job.
You could use the Ray-Bans to do that, whereas
I could hopefully use the Vision Pro to actually blow up the Beano comic, so to a size I could actually read it.
Well, they don't have that in the Vision Pro yet, unless it's an app.
Come on, Tim Cook.
Right, but I'm hoping they will be fixing that soon.
Hopefully,
but these two devices plus Apple Intelligence, I think that the Ray-Bans and Apple Intelligence very soon are going to transform how we as people that are blind and low vision experience our materials. And so I think this has been a very interesting comparison and review. But I think that's going to do it for this evening. I'm sure we're going to have other content showing this stuff off. But I want to get everybody's final comments, starting with Taylor.
I love the Ray-Bans. The Rabbit is meh because I can't use it. If you really want to make Rabbit accessible, come on, Rabbit, make it accessible for everyone, not just low vision. Have good screen reader stuff. Anyways, the Meta Ray-Bans are a game changer. I was using them with Michael, and we were talking about trying to find businesses or what's nearby, what can you see, and it got a lot of stuff right. So next week at convention and even at the airport, this is going to be a huge game changer.
Yep. All right. Jay, any final thoughts before we wrap up today?
First of all, I'd like to take a pair of those to my favorite town of Elgin. I would love to do that and just, get it to kind of lead me down the high street and, like where should I go and eat and, what should I go and do and see what it comes up with. I like the Ray-Bans. I think the Ray-Bans are very useful. I think the killer app for me is the fact that it's going to help people who are blind and partially sighted. The Rabbit, I mean, obviously, I've got preconceptions about it. I've seen a lot of videos on it. I think Mr. Boss had Mr. Who's the Boss had one. Someone else did, and I've seen the pen as the humanity pen, humane. Yeah, I've seen that as well. I think I would prefer the Rabbit over that, but at the same time, it's another device. It's quite big. I've got limited pocket space. I mean, I'm already looking to upgrade my iPhone to a Plus or a Pro Max model. Where am I supposed to put this? At least the humane, I can wear it.
Right. And I think the Rabbit, it's not, I was expecting it. So, MKBHD did a review and just was not happy with both the humane or the Rabbit. I don't think that the Rabbit is a completely useless product.
No.
I mean, obviously, if you're totally blind, it is.
Yeah.
It completely is. But for a low vision or sighted user, the Rabbit has some neat features, and I would suggest people take a look at it because, for one thing, it is $200. It is not $400. It is not $300. It's $200. You drop the money. They're going to add things. It can do DoorDash. It can do Uber. It can do Spotify, Apple Music, all those things. It can do some cool stuff.
But then so can my iPhone.
Right. Exactly. I mean, this thing's supposed to be able to order your Ubers, do those things, but you can do that yourself on the iPhone.
Right. What's the difference?
And your iPhone will be able to do what it does with Apple Intelligence pretty soon anyway. So the Rabbit has its purpose, and I like the Rabbit. I like the novelty of the device, just that orange neon, just there's a flair about
I like it.
Yeah.
It should be in different colors.
Its only saving grace. Like it's a neat hardware device. Like it looks cool. I like it. But if it didn't have that, and I would have to say that the glasses get the win.
The Ray-Bans win. Yeah.
I'm always rooting for the underdog, but I think in this situation, it's the Ray-Bans all the way.
Yep. This has been a great and kind of a different kind of I think this would fall more under our Discovercasts that we've started, where we kind of explore something, because we were calling those demo casts, but they weren't really demos. This is more of a discovery, kind of seeing what works better. And this is a good example of that. So we'll tag it as that. But this has been a very fantastic episode. And I want to thank Taylor, Jay, and Lauren, or I guess Lauren, did you give any final thoughts? I can't remember now.
Kind of, sorta. I mean, like I said, I always root for the underdog. I always want to be like, yeah, but Ray-Bans, I want them. They sound cool. They look cool. And yeah, that's kind of it.
And I never thought I'd find some glasses that I looked okay in. And
they actually look decent on you. I like them.
And I wish you could get them with polarizing lenses.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You can.
I mean, I would definitely need smaller, like a smaller frame, but they look very nice.
We got Taylor the regular frame, and they have a small, and they also have one that's called the Skylar glasses that are rounded, but I didn't see those in the transitions.
Which is what I want. So
yeah, Taylor wanted the transitions, so we got her the squared Wayfarer, which is what these are, but these are large that I have.
Felt like they were gonna fall off my head.
Yeah. So
let's just wait for the wraparound version from the 90s.
Yeah.
Go with your cassette case and your neon orange Rabbit. You have wraparound Ray-Bans.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, I want to thank
Sorry,
you all.
I'm just a sucker for the 90s.
I want to thank y'all all for being here. This has been a great episode, and we will see you all on another one.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
Michael.
Bye.